Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the day before Thanksgiving, and as promised, I've got a little surprise in the continuation of the hop-up series. I know the Wraith is looking a little weird sitting right now. You can see the shafts are out, and I've got the motor and tranny out again, all for one reason. We got this today. Look, the combo, the glare off. Cost-saving combo includes ballistic brushless motor, a 13.5 turn. Now, I've already pulled this out and looked at it myself. Now, as far as, here's our motor. This is what's killing me. Look how tiny, I can get it in my hand. Look how tiny this ESC is. It's ridiculously small. It's all one-touch programming. It connects over here to the pin that's on your, set you guys down on the tripod for a second so I can pull it out and show you. Get the box out of the way. Look, oh yeah, another thing too. Look at the size of this freaking capacitor, man. If I can zoom in on it. That is huge. Let me pull the motor out. 540 motor. Of course, you can see it's 13.5 turns. This set of wire here plugs over into the port right there on your ESC. And of course, you've got your bullet connectors on the other end and your pinion here. It's supposed to be very simple to set up, however, it does have a crap load of instructions. And I've noticed another thing too, they specifically say that if you're using this ballistic, set up, number one, a 2.4 radio is an absolute have-to-have, which I'm lucky I have multiple of those. But you are to locate the ESC as far away from the receiver box as possible, which means I'm going to have to take my ESC, which the stock one is here. Your ESC sits here and your receiver box sits here. I'm going to have to move it back here, which means this is just standard tin flashing. I'm going to have to fabricate some panels to go around the back side of this to line up and enclose the back so you don't see all the wiring and all the goop, and it sits with the body. So next frame we'll be shooting will be the motor being put into the crawler, because there's a whole bunch of stuff you gotta do with it. So I'm gonna cut to that. We're gonna do the instructions like Novak says to do, and once that's going, I'll cut us to the next clip. Wow, we are way deeper into this truck than I thought. Had to take top section off to get used to it. The problem I've run into is look how short of a lead that ESC jumper pin is. Normally that would not be a problem had I had something along the lines of this HS old servo wire. If I had another one of these, I wouldn't mind cutting the wires and splicing them back together to see how that worked. I'd be able to relocate the ESC further back, but as of right now, I've had to take the entire receiver box out. In order for this to work right, I'm going to have to relocate all of my electronics towards the back of the truck, which is not necessarily a bad thing, seeing how I'm probably going to lay down a piece of, you'll probably be using a lot of this on this build, a piece of this galvanized roofing tin here. And God knows how long this stuff's been sitting around here in the garage, but it doesn't really matter. Pardon the camera shaking and the horrible views, but I'm imagining we're going to have to come in there with some sort of tray in the back to accommodate for that, but we do have the motor hooked up. I've gone through all the steps. I have, since this is not the Wraith edition, I have gone ahead and I've reversed the polarity in the motor. I have set the drag brake, which Novak, this is why I love these guys so much. Novak has the instructions for every single thing, and especially with the Wraith, since it's out now, well, since it's been out, and since they've got these ballistic crawlers, brushless systems, they've got the presets for what the Wraith edition would be. So for the drag brake on this, for instance, there's a series of LED lights that are down here. When the vehicle is in operation, all the lights are lit up. Now for just the drag brake alone, there's a blue LED and an orange LED. You hit that button, and the number of times it flashes is what the setting is on it. And Novak has actually gone and, stupid thing, the factory setting for the Wraith edition, the blue and orange would blink 5 times. So that's what I have my drag brake set to. My low voltage cutoff, I had to turn that off because I'm not running a LiPo battery. I'm running a nickel metal hydrate. That is one of the biggest things. If you're not running a LiPo or a Life, you need to turn your low voltage detection off. Otherwise you can do serious damage to this by overheating it. So that one was taken care of. Like I said, since the Wraith is the only vehicle where the transmission is mounted in reverse, I had to reverse the polarity of the motor. And I believe the only other thing that I have left to, the only thing I have to program yet is the rock boost, which that will, I'm gonna wait till I've got everything in the truck and I can just do it right from inside. But all the crucial settings right now have been taken care of, and as you can see, we're down to pretty much just plastic and stuff. So this is gonna be pretty hectic and chaotic, so I'm gonna try and I'm under the weather right now, and I'm just trying to get this thing done so I can be out filming tomorrow. I really want to put together a Thanksgiving Day Wraith run, but I don't care if I have to stay up till 3-4 o'clock in the morning, because it's taking me a lot longer to do this than it normally would. But enough talky, put the camera down and get back to work. Alright, now we're back assembled. I had to make a little flashing tray back there for the ESC to sit on, since I tried my little extended Futaba connector and it didn't really work so great. So we've got a lot of wireage hanging up in here, which is only thing I don't like, but a good thing most of it gets hidden by our passenger who's riding along anyway, so it's not really going to make that big of a difference. The rock's kind of hiding everything. One thing I gotta do is just run the on-off switch over by the other side of his head, so nobody will see any of it. Plus the Undertaker, you get the little loop wire running in there, and then your battery connector. All that's left now is I've got to put the plastics, the skin's back on, the hood's got to go on again, and roof's got to go back in place. And then after that, I'm making these little flashing pieces that are going to go on the sides. Going to cover up the back of the Wraith so you don't have to see all that goofy stuff sitting back there. I don't know yet if I can paint it because it's galvanized, so it might end up being something that if it rolls over, it's going to get some dings and some dents in it and make it look pretty cool, give it that weathered look. And I might actually work on fabbing some kind of like flares to come out over the fenders on the front to give it that little bit of extra off-road body look. It'd be nice if I could use this whole stuff here to skin the whole body in aluminum. I'm actually going to work on trying doing that with spare flashings. I've got bigger sheets, but yep, next is buttoning these up and then making the side panels for it. So we'll see after that's done. And we come to the last shot of the night. Everything's put back together. Got my little metal panels all, look at how shiny this is. It's going to be awesome catching glare in the sun now. Got my nice little Novak stickers on there. Just enough air for that ESC to breathe. I've already tried it out. This thing is a freaking monster now. It's nice because you've got all the slow speed you need, but when you hold the trigger wide open, the thing will rip. It doesn't stall anymore like it used to with was this the AE2? What is it? Yep, the AE2. This is going to be going, however, into the SCX, because I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but on the Summit video, the SCX down there, which is soon to be up here because it's next on the bench of projects. The other one, oh, by the way, I have gone through and cut every other lug off on that. That looks good. Pardon the mess here. Always a mess here at Man Cave Media Films. This truck, if you guys noticed, it was suffering from a very sorry lack of steering. It turned maybe about that much, either way. Oh, yeah, I gotta show you guys the other thing too. You gotta throw the brand name in there, the Spectrum. Check this out. When I hook the battery up, guess what I've got now? I did it just for this truck. After it does its initial little surge. Alright. Here we go, you guys ready? We're gonna do something special here. We're gonna kill the lights. Oh, look at that. 4 LEDs up front for the driving lights, and as you can already see, oh, what's going on back here? We've got tail lights. But now, as I planned on doing a few nighttime videos, now I've got the follow the light. I've got the truck to do it. So, with that being said, I am going to call it a night as far as repair-wise goes and start fresh in the morning with the AE2 ESC, and then hopefully that'll fix the stuttering problem and the steering problem with this one. I figured it just had a weak capacitor in it, so if it does, I do have this spare, is this a 3 amp? Yes, I have a spare 3 amp capacitor that I can try hooking up. But that's going to do it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the brushless conversion on the Wraith, and look forward to shooting the actual running video tomorrow if I'm not feeling like total crap. Come on, guys.